The U.S. says capturing Venezuela's leader, Nicolás Maduro, and taking him to jail in New York City was an act of self-defense, while critics say the mission violates international law. The 15-member UN Security Council is set to meet today to discuss the legality of Maduro's removal over the weekend. That comes as UN leaders accuse the United States of setting a dangerous precedent moving forward. Let's now get out to NewsNation's Marcus Espinoza, who is live outside the UN for us. Marcus, good morning to you. What should we expect from today's meeting?
Hey, Markie, good morning to you. This meeting is at 10 o'clock, so a little under 2 hours now. And behind me, not any protesters set up at this point here in front of the United Nations. So let's go macro on this. What does this move by the United States here mean for the world? Well, the UN Security Council, they are meeting today. That's because Colombia requested this meeting. Of note, Colombia is a temporary UN Security Council member, so temporarily in that, but they requested it. And then Russia and China, they backed that request. So that is now taking place at 10 o'clock today, that meeting to discuss the actions that took place over the weekend that brought us all here this morning for this coverage, right? And so now the United Nations will determine if they can come together for a unified message on the actions by the United States. Those that called for this meeting say that they are concerned over the, quote, dangerous precedent. In fact, in a statement, the UN Secretary General's office already warning that such thing, adding that international law, including the UN Charter, has to be respected, worried that this escalation may impact the region. Meanwhile, Venezuela's UN ambassador called this a colonial war, demanded that the U.S. halt military action, and then pressed the UN to hold the Trump administration accountable for their aggression here. So that sets the table for what this meeting is about and what it's going to hold. And again, that's at 10 o'clock. So it is approaching quickly here as a lot is happening in the city of New York that affects the world.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Marcus, I know you don't have a crystal ball, but your prediction for today, does this stay civil and diplomatic, or does this spiral out of control?
I think everybody wants it to stay civil. We'll see how emotions are inside that meeting. Here's the thing, though. While many or some countries are upset with this move, there are other countries that at least support the United States in its general premise, but aren't exactly encouraged or in agreement with how they went about it. So that's the concern right there, whether or not the council can even land on a shared statement because the world appears to be split. To add to that point, protests popping up across America and worldwide to this move by the United States. Russia and China obviously sharply criticizing this move. U.S. partners calling for a de-escalation and for Washington to follow that international law. The U.S., however, standing firm on its message and reasoning. The U.S. ambassador to the UN, Mike Waltz, posted, "This is not regime change, this is justice." Meanwhile, as the Trump administration is talking about taking direct control while a transition plays out, Secretary Rubio is putting it in even more plain English, saying the U.S. can squeeze them with an oil quarantine. On the ground in Venezuela, acting President Delcy Rodriguez, who did criticize the raid, said she's looking forward to, quote, respectful relations with the U.S. and that they will focus on, quote, shared development. So right now, I think everybody is picking their words wisely, Markie, before this meeting. We'll see if everybody can remain civil during that meeting. And again, it's really unclear if they're even going to be able to come to a shared agreement and message about what the United States did because of all these disagreements.
We will watch and wait and see. Marcus Espinoza, live at the UN. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.